Mario, let me start with you. What gave you the idea to make a Western in the first place? I mean, this is I want to say a different turn.
Yeah. Well, it is and it isn't. My first movie that I did with where I kind of broke out as an actor was Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood. And as you know, he'd done a number of spaghetti westerns, and we talked about that almost one out of three cowboys was black, and that's why in Unforgiven he put Morgan Freeman in literally, and that ratio is about right. And then I did Posse when my dad was alive 30 years ago, and now I get to do Outlaw Posse with this Joker sitting next to me, and he can ride. He's grown up, seen his dad and his grandfather as cowboys, and it just seemed like kind of a legacy thing. And then people kept saying, America's so divided right now. And I go, yeah, true, but we were divided before. You couldn't have women couldn't vote, slavery was legal, Jim Crow was legal, and we've overcome a lot of stuff collectively, all of us. And I wanted to show a real Wild West that's a little more diverse and probably a realer version than what we got to see growing up. So I said it's time to do a Western, and let's see if we can bring folks together and make a little edutainment.
Wow, Mandela, tell us about working with your dad. You could correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you did work with your dad in the past.
Yeah, we've definitely worked together in the past. I would say it's always a work in progress, but no, it's awesome. Being on set with this guy is great because getting to see someone you respect and look up to kind of all the time, but put in different scenarios where it's challenging and especially business scenarios, having a mentor and seeing how you can kind of handle adversity and still make something happen with other personalities and other people who may not want all of the same things really coming together to create something that's good. I think that's an invaluable lesson and experience, especially getting to watch your dad do it, and being a part of that as well. It's a lot of fun, especially the horses. I can't lie, I love riding horses, and he said he was feeling like doing a western. And I'm like, sign me up. I love a horse, so yeah.
Mario, how did you want to approach I want to say, these type of westerns with black cowboys? Because we all heard that statistics, like one out of four, one out of three, back then were the cowboys were black, but not a lot of westerns in our history portrays that.
Right. Yes, and we talked about that. That black men were called boys is sort of a derogatory remark, and given the tough, dirty jobs. So you take care of them horses, boys. Take care of the cowboy, and then where the cowboys go, there's the cowboys. So once Hollywood started to glorify cowboys, then they brought in white actors to play them. They even brought in white actors to play Native Americans, as you probably know. So if you in the old westerns, you probably saw if there was an Asian character was Hop Sing, the houseboy. If it was a black character, they're scared and shuffling. If it was Native American, they were dead. If it was a Hispanic, a Latino, they were, we don't need no stinking batches. They were sort of the oily bandit. And if they're women, they're pale and frail and needed rescuing. Well, the real truth is there were badass women like Stagecoach Mary who had her own stagecoach line before women could vote. And that's the truth. That's the real Wild Wild. And Whoopi Goldberg plays her, and boy does she play her with some flavor. You know what I mean? And the real truth is there were the border moved across Mexico. We took our border moved. So to have Edward James Olmos play the character of Ozzy with the wisdom that Edward brings, or to see women in this, or Asian Americans, and of course white folks. I love showing that really this is the real history. And when you see the pictures of what they really look like at the end, it's always exciting to go, wow, look how close we got with Stagecoach Mary or with Jack Johnson, and so that's the part of the fun. As Dr. King said, we either all learn to live together as brothers and sisters in harmony, or we perish together as fools. And we're in an election cycle. If you can entertain folks, have a kick-ass Western, and maybe bring a couple of folks together to have a conversation they wouldn't typically have, great. That's what Outlaw Posse, that's what we wanted to do with Outlaw Posse.
Well said. And Mandela, last one to you. How come you didn't wear a cowboy hat like your father?
I still have a little bit of hair, so I'm gonna let it go. But he looks good in the cowboy hat. And check the movie out, March 1st. I'm wearing a cowboy hat and that, and we had a great time.
Yeah, and look at his T-shirt though. Original Homeland Security. I think that's very relevant.
And it's the truth. It's like we said, it's the truth.
Totally.
So yeah, it is a movie, but there's definitely some real substance in it.
Yeah. Thanks for talking. We were hoping you'd give us some Spanish to react to. Pero yo hablo español, pero como gringo. So, and you know, I was born in Mexico City.
Gracias. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. Bye-bye.